Well guys, it's 3:30, it's time to head off to work. I wanted to make a rolling vlog about this, something that we've been talking about at work and other things and just amongst people. And it's about the legalization of marijuana and how the government could do it, make bank, and still it'd be perfect, like it would work. They make tons of money off of it, and legally, if they treated it like liquor, it'd be fine. Also, I should mention, the MacBook Air, sold, gone, done. Just got rid of it. Well, getting rid of it today. It's sold. Figured I'd never use it. I bought it to replace my white book. But honestly, I never really used the white book. And yeah, I'm getting that gone today. Sold. No longer will be a part of the inventory. Also thinking about selling some other things that I've been looking at that I no longer use or need. So chances are they'll be getting put up as well for sale. And yeah, but also in the news, GM released a, oh shit, there goes my screen door. She's a windy day today, sorry for the noise. But GM released a notice about failed power steering. And this time around, it even affects my car. The G6 is on the recall list, so I'm gonna have to bring this thing in and get it done. Also been vaping on the son of a bitch, the Russian here. This Russian 91% is by far the best tank I ever bought. I love this stupid thing. Hits like a fucking tank. Great device. Got the cherry cheesecake, aka Bloke's Crack, in here, and pretty damn awesome. But anyway, people, this is not a vaping vlog. I want to talk about my thoughts on medicinal marijuana and the legalization of it and making it, you know, pretty much like liquor is now, you know. I want to talk about that. So, without further ado, let's hit the road and give her. So I don't know how many of my viewers watch One Pug Life or watch mainly the THC channel, where Pug One talks about all the battles with medicinal marijuana and the government's trying to do all this nonsense, and they just released a statement telling, because originally the way it worked was people were permitted for personal use to grow at home, and that way they can make their own medicines and all that, and that was fine up until it was April 1st. Now apparently it's pushed back to April 31st. You know, and if you're on medicinal marijuanas, you no longer could get your prescriptions. If you're getting the prescriptions, you can no longer get them through previous methods. Now you have to order them from government-regulated companies. Well, Pug gets it, Logie gets it, all through these regulated companies. And it doesn't, like, they both said the same thing, that it's not potent. It's really, really regulated. It's not the same as what you would buy on the street or you grow in your house. They said it's really regulated, it's weak as shit, and it's, you know, it works, but not as effective as the stuff that you get off the street. Honestly, what I think Gov should do is Gov should release this stuff to the public. Don't need a medicinal license. You can buy it just like you buy liquor. Have it sold in special dispensaries. Don't sell it at the corner store like cigarettes. Sell it at special stores. Maybe at the corner store like cigarettes. Got to be 19 years of age to purchase marijuana, but don't call it marijuana. Give it a different name and sell it as is. Because if you start calling it marijuana or weed, then people are going to expect to get the same kind of buzz you get off of the other stuff. But if you call it like, I don't know, something different, I got no good name for it, but if you call it something different where it's like a hooch, for instance, I'm going to go back to liquor, like, you know, you can buy beer from the store, from the corner store, not yet, but soon apparently, but you buy beer from the beer store, it's regulated. The alcohol content in it is majorly regulated. It's a controlled substance, and you know, it is what it is, where people make their homemade beer, and my buddy makes homemade beer at his house, and I tried a bottle of it, and that shit was 11% alcohol. You can't find 11% lager anywhere. There's no such thing. So the fact that he had it, and it was homemade, obviously means it's stronger, it's gonna get you some drunk quicker, but not being regulated, there was a rule in the, like, he can't sell it. That's the thing about making homemade liquors. You're not allowed to resale your bottles for personal use only, which is the way marijuana should be in my mind. You want to make your own, fine, personal use. You get caught selling it, you're fucking done. You know, you get fined, just like alcohol. If you're making hooch out of your house and you're selling it, whether it be rum, liquor, whatever, and you're selling it, you get caught selling it, you get fined out the ass. And that's how marijuana should be. You can grow plants in your house for your own personal consumption. You can have friends over and give them a beer that you made or a glass of wine that you made, that's fine. But if you charge for it, then it's trafficking and you're done. Same should apply with marijuana. You can grow it in your house, you can have your friends over and get right roaring blazed and then order a Topper's pizza. You know, you can do all that, but if you're caught selling it, like I don't know anybody in Canada who grows their own tobacco and rolls their own cigarettes. That's not really something talked about, but definitely the two on the market are alcohol and marijuana. And if they treated marijuana like alcohol, where if you're caught blazed and you're driving around and you do not have a medicinal use card, you're done. Because some people can just drive better and function better when they're friggin' higher than a kite. I, however, can't. I can't even see straight. All I want to do is eat the fridge and go to bed. But, you know, to each their own. But some people need it for chronic pain. Hell, if you're suffering from cancer and you don't have an appetite, marijuana's perfect for that, man. It'll get you right hungry and make you friggin' eat dinner like no other. But, you know, but from what I was told, like Logie and I were Skyping and we were chatting about it, and I told him, I said, like, you know, because he orders from this place, I can't remember the name now, I think it's like Metronome or something like that, or Metrum or Metabucil or fuck, I don't know. Anyway, he orders from this place for his prescription, and he sent me the link, I checked it out. For an ounce of, they have all sorts of different crap there too, so I don't know what's what, but for an ounce of general stuff, it's about 260 bucks. And then on Pug's THC video, he actually ordered some, and he holds it up to the camera and he shows you guys, and it just looks like a wad of grass. Like, it's nothing awesome, but it might be enough. Like if you go to the corner store and you buy like a 25 pack of pre-rolled dubs, you know, you got a 25 pack of pre-rolled friggin' cigarette joints, complete with filters and dope and all that. And holy shit, where you come from, bud? You got a lot of snow in your car. You know, they're not as potent as, say, you know, Mike Tyson shit down the street on the corner for $5 a dime. But, you know, it'll get you buzzing, but not as hard as the street stuff. So maybe it's not too bad, you know? It's not getting you right roaring ripped, right up in the air going freaking crazy and freaking cloud nine and all that crap. But it's giving you a sweet little body buzz, and it's legal. You can have a pack of these on you and walk around the streets. But they'll have to make it like, you know, if you're walking the streets and you have a pack of joints on you, as long as you're not smoking one, make it like liquor. In North Bay right now, if you're caught walking down the street with a bottle of open liquor and you're drinking it and the cops catch you, they pick you up, give you the breathalyzer, and depending on your state, they either A, get your ID and take you home, or B, they friggin' lock you in the drunk tank for the night and release you in the morning. And the same would apply with marijuana, unless you are medically allowed to use it for, you know, treatment of whatever kind. I think it makes sense. I think if the government did this right, they could have another taxable product and produce a lot more income, because I know a lot of people who would definitely buy dope from like the corner store or a dispensary and use it, because they're not looking for that ultimate friggin' kapow in your face, I just want to get right roaring ripped. They just want something to take a little bit of the edge off. You know, times can be stressful, you know, especially in the help desk line of work, like in customer service. So there's a time, there are times when you're just like, you know what, frig it, I just want to blaze, you know. And then you just, you know, you smoke one of these regulated joints, which doesn't have as much THCs, or I can't remember all the different names that Pug and Logie use for all the different things in the marijuana, but it's enough to get you to relax without making your legs go limp, you know. where you can still feel everything from the neck down. And to me, that's perfect. That's what we need. It's just something that you can buy at Mike's Mart, you know, $10 for a pack of 20 friggin' cigarette darts or whatever they want to charge. You know, or they'd probably make it like $50 for a pack of 20 or $100 or whatever, but it'd be expensive. But you know, you could buy this, and whenever you're feeling like you need to take the edge off, you can give her. But just like liquor, you know, I can go outside at work and have a cigarette break, even though I don't smoke, I vape. But I can go outside and have a cigarette break because cigarettes are deemed socially acceptable, because nicotine's never been known to cause performance problems. Where I can't go, all right guys, well it's 6 o'clock, I'm gonna go outside for a beer break and go and rock a friggin' kegger, drop a beer in my throat, you know, just suck back a 6-pack and come back to work. Can't do that because that's mind altering. So marijuana would be treated the same way, right? You can only do it on your time. You shouldn't smoke and drive. You know, just like drinking and driving. Apply the same liquor license to marijuana. I know I'm going to get a lot of people saying, well, that's not right, because like, I could totally get baked and drive. Well, you know what? I got people telling me I can totally drink and drive, and I drive better when I'm drunk and all this nonsense. And in reality, you probably don't. You just think you do, because everybody, they're Superman when they get drunk. So, but it's a thought, right? If they were to legalize it, it gives the government a whole new venue to tax and make a little bit of extra money off it, pay off the deficit. As long as they use it to pay off the deficit. 90% of the time they just use it to line their own pockets with cash. Pricks. But, well, frig. It could be pretty good for them. Like, it could be a pretty good venue to go down. And they already got companies producing the stuff. Government's got a whole fleet of friggin' guys making the shit for them to sell for medicinal use. So that's already covered. So what's left, you know? All that's left is setting up a way so that the individual without the medicinal card can contact these companies and say, hey, I want to buy a ½ ounce, I want to buy a ¼ ounce, I want to buy a full friggin' ounce of your shit dope. Here's $250 due, you know? And then the government takes 13% of that on sales tax. So that's like $27 right there, $30 right there in fucking sales tax. Just think of it, like just the population of Toronto alone. It's like almost 5 million people down there, maybe more. It's been a while since I passed through there, and that sign, I can never remember what it says. Well, let's say there's 5 million monkeys down in Toronto, and only 1/5 of them smoke. That's 1 million people. Let's say every month they're buying 30 grams at $250. Okay? That's $250 million profit right there every month. You do the 13% tax on that, that's $260,000 a month the government's making off of tax sales for nothing. You know, they're not doing anything. They're just collecting. You know, do a trial. That's all the government has to do, is just do a 1-month trial and see what happens with the population when they legalize marijuana. If it's a bad idea, revote the bill out. Problem solved. No, we can't do it. We tried it. Accident rates went up, crime rates, whatever it may be, whatever could go up, that goes up. Because honestly, liquor, I've seen many bar fights happen over liquor. People get drunk, and like I said before, they get drunk and they get all cocky and stupid and just want to fight. Oh fuck, do we got a fender bender here? No, just people who can't park. Parking on the side of the road when it literally says back there, no parking in the winter on the side of the road. Son of a bitch. But if they were to legalize it or do something to the point where they could sell it and a commoner, not a medicinal user, could buy it, I think in the end it would alleviate a lot of the money crisis that the government's going through. People would be happier because there's a lot of people who like to get right roaring ripped. Fuck, there's like nowhere to park because people are parking. I'm not parking over there. Fuck that nonsense. Well, I'm gonna park in the back 40 because this is fucked. People are parking, they're taking up 2 spots, like parking right on the fucking white line and shit, and the buddy beside him parking on the other white line, so it leaves like a spot that looks big enough to fit, but in reality it isn't. Fuck, I'm telling you, can't wait for summer to be here when they clean out the lines and people go, oh, that's where the parking spots are? Well, shit, you know? Well, shit. So anyway, people, that's my thought on marijuana and why it should be legalized. Honestly, I can't see any harm in it. If anything, it's going to bring in more profit to the government, and it's going to help us out in the taxes. I don't know. You tell me what you think. I think it's a pretty good idea. So leave a comment below and let me know what you think about the whole legalization. And if you have an idea for a better way of doing it, leave that comment. But guys, I'm going to call it quits for now. So hopefully you liked today's video. If you did, click that like button. Stay tuned for more. And until next time, keep on vlogging.